What is skepticism and why is it so important? Skepticism, in a simplified sense, is the doubt of knowledge and the question of truth, which I think is a very important quality that helps human evolution and innovation thrive. A healthy balance of skepticism is something society is actually lacking today. With big tech and news media controlling what news is distributed and filtered, it is constantly bombarding us with how they want us to see the world. They want to give us the illusion of choice in the disguise of manipulation and control. And in the process, it is distorting our sense of truth. Skepticism and where our news is coming from and the truth it holds is something these giant conglomerates do not want us to have the cognitive ability to question. I argue that even skeptics, or the practice of skepticism in today's modern world, are nearly laughed out of the public circle and deemed a conspiracy theorist, even if displaying that they even question the mainstream narrative. I look at skepticism in some ways like your built-in truth detector. It's not always accurate, but if you learn how to use it with precision, you can have a healthy balance of skepticism, which may even classify you close to an agnostic. But a healthy balance will help you decipher truth from deception. When someone has an imbalance, I believe there could be some direct effects on that person's physiological being. In today's society, we see people who are also far too skeptical, and it can cause just as much damage as if they had none. This heavy level of skepticism can lead someone to also be so far disconnected from reality and truth that they may even seem schizophrenic, making far-fetched claims and exacerbations. Skepticism can lead one down the unprovable rabbit holes of the mysteries of existence, which in reality will leave one feeling that life is purposeless and without meaning. A mind may lose the will to live if truth has no meaning. This is why I argue that a healthy balance of skepticism is what society is missing today. I'm not certain what is the cause of this massive level of skepticism imbalances is, but best guess would be the false, amplified, egotistical media that is constantly making its way into our lives and destroying our sense of truth. Learning about an important balance of skepticism and teaching it in younger generations as a skill to develop, I think is crucial in building a society full of thoughtful, open-minded, philosophical thinkers. Human beings have the innate instinctive ability to seek out the truth, and we desire it. It is part of who we are. We are curious in nature, which is why I think it is so important to learn how to have a powerful, well-balanced sense of skepticism and develop it while we are young. A low balance of skepticism can be very detrimental to an individual long-term. I find it saddening when I come across a person who is blinded by this illusion they believe is who they are. I have grown to realize that some people have never been given the beautiful opportunity to make a decision of their own or to even freely think of one. They are people who have been spoon-fed everything that makes up who they are. They spend their whole lives listening to everything around them except themselves and that voice of reason and truth inside of them. Every opinion that they even have has just been bootlegged from someone else's opinions around them, building this character that they think is who they are. And the sad thing is that these people most oftentimes are unaware of it and are left wandering their lives feeling empty and sad, not knowing who they really are, and holding on to morals and beliefs that are grounded in absolutely no faith or knowledge. I think the cause of this suffering was developed somewhere along the way due to an imbalanced development of a healthy sense of skepticism. I believe that ancient philosophers also knew this, and they saw the importance in skepticism, which is why they spread its glory. Human beings, when blindfolded from truth, are lost. Skepticism is a tool that all of us require to be well-balanced, especially when you have the media or others around you deciding who you are for you or giving you the opinion so you do not have to form your own from original thought based on your own morals, which also actually might not even be yours that you created in the first place, that were also passed on to you. Society is dulling our sense of healthy skepticism and replacing it with humans that do not think or make decisions for themselves. They don't think or question beyond what their phones or news channel tells them. We are creating thoughtless drones due to the higher demand for data mining, so nameless corporations can get richer and richer, all while society and the people who fuel it pay the ultimate price. Is this the inevitable path that human beings are meant to follow? Is the invention and progression of technology unavoidable for the human species? And if so, is the technology directing our evolution or are we directing its? Seems that sometimes technologies are leading us towards success while it drives our failure as a species. Almost as if technology was the real form of ultimate life in the universe, and that we are merely a stepping stone, and eventually all intelligence will lead to evolution surpassing biological life. Maybe humans are the caterpillars, and we are unaware we are becoming the cosmic butterfly. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the show, hit that thumbs up or like button, or even share this podcast with some friends. And make sure you subscribe to my channel on all listening platforms to stay up to date with all the new content coming out. That's The Matt Rich Podcast on all listening platforms. If you'd like to support the channel, visit my Patreon at patreon.com/theemattrichpodcast. I love you all, and I will see you next time.